Hello everyone and welcome to Tipsy, where we actually provide you with top tips, tricks and strategies that you can actually use to improve your chances of winning by up to 100%. So if you're new to this channel, please make sure to hit the like and subscribe button and also enable the notification bell icon so as to be the very first to receive new post notifications and updates whenever we create a new video. That being said, today we are actually sharing with you a number one top strategy that you can actually implement to find home win soccer predictions when it comes to football match picks. And of course, this strategy that we are about to share with you, please make sure to implement this strategy as it is, and you are going to come out with the best possible picks ever. So to begin with, we are going to be using two websites, one of which will be an app and the other is a direct link where you can actually use this in conjunction to each other. And of course, to start with, the first step that you actually want to take is to make sure that you navigate to your Google browser or whatever browser that you are actually using. And at the top of the search here, just make sure to type 1 million prediction. When you type 1 million prediction, click on search and you are going to see this result displayed to you. Once as you see this result, the next step that you actually want to take is to make sure to click the direct link or web page. As you can see here, if I click on it, it's going to take me directly inside of the website. This is how it looks like from the inside. And of course, once as you are inside of this website, the first step, if this is your first time to visit this site, you are going to see a displayed notification like this that says we use cookies on our site. Just make sure to accept it, and this you are going to see this front page. And of course, now once as you are here from the front page, you can see that from inside here you can actually make predictions 1 day ahead of the time based on the day that you are actually on the page. You can see, like, today is Friday. I have the possibility to even use this website to predict even match for the next day. And of course, our interest here is actually to see how we can actually predict home or away team predictions. That is the home team to win or the away team to actually win. And of course, this is a strategy that we are about to show you now. Once as you are here on this site, please make sure that you are actually here. By default, you are going to see 1x2, and this yellow bar is going to show to you. As you can see, this yellow color icon, this yellow color that is here. If it's actually goals, you can see that if you navigate and come to goal as an example, if I click here, you are going to see that that yellow is going to shift to the goal section. But of course, now we are about, you can see on the goal section, now it is actually on goal. The yellow has actually shifted to goals. But since as we are about to deal with the home or away win predictions, we are actually going to come to 1x2, which is actually the home or the way to win. And of course, you are going to see that the yellow will come back to how it was by default. Now the strategy here, please, I would like us to pay attention here, because this is very important. And of course, here you have to make sure, like as an example, you are going to see names of leagues, as here, for example, Portugal de Liga, or Portugal Taca de Liga. Here, what we have to implement here is to come out with the best secure pick, and being the fact that if we want to see that we have 100% win strategy, then you have to use this strategy as I'm implementing. Please, as for the odds, you can see home or away to win as represented 1 and 2. So to stay on the safe side, please use this line of odds. When the odds is 1.10 and 1.25 and maximum 1.30, please make sure to choose that match. And of course, we are going to use a second app. This now will be an app where we are going to see how well that team actually perform based on the performance and also head to head, and how we can actually check some certain things to come out with the best picks. And of course, as I've said, the line of pick is actually between 1.10 to 1.30 or 1.25, maximum 1.30 as the odd. In this case, as an example, in the Portugal Taça da Liga, you can see that we have 1.20 here, which is less than 1.30. It means that this is a very best team to actually select. It's actually a match between Porto and Vizela. And of course, we are going to use an app to see how, if this is actually a good pick to go for. If we scroll down this page and we try to look, you can see from this away team is 3.80. It is very big, just avoid it. In this one is 2.9, is very big, just avoid it. 1.7 is very big, just avoid it. So our strategy here is to make sure that the odds of home or away to win is between 1.10 and maximum 1.30. Once as it's above 1.30 and going upward, please just try to avoid that game. As an example, you can see this here. We have actually in the Netherlands, Estée Divise, we have a match between Heracles playing versus Dordrecht. The odds is 1.25, which is actually less than 1.30. This is actually great. So in this tutorial, we are going to use only 2 matches here in this table to actually come out with the best result based on the second app, which we are actually going to implement. And of course, the first team here is actually in the Portugal Taça da Liga. So which is the next app that we are actually going to use to do this selection or picks? And of course, now come the app that we are actually going to use. The app that we are actually going to use here is actually an app called Footmob. Of course, once as you are inside of your Play Store, just make sure that at the top of this area here, just type Footmob and click on the search, and you are going to display it. You are going to see this result. This is how it actually looks like from the inside. Just make sure that once as you are here on Footmob, just make sure to click on open, and you are going to be taken inside of the app. It actually looks like this from the inside, and once as you are inside of this app, now we are going to show you how you can actually use this to actually analyze the matches that you have actually selected from inside of the 1 million prediction website, and you come here and make sure that you come out and see how they do perform so that you can actually decide on what matches you can actually pick. And of course, as you know, from here we have in the Portugal Taça da Liga as Porto versus Vizela, which is actually 1.22, which is less than 1.30. So we are going to search for this match, Porto and Vizela, to see if actually we are going to select this as Porto to win based on the odds here. So I will come back inside of the Footmob and try to search for Portugal, Portugal, and I will look for that particular match. So of course, if I scroll down this page, I will come to a section where I will actually locate Portugal. So let's try to scroll and see that we find that particular match. This is it here. You can see in the Portugal League Cup, this is actually the match here. It's actually between Porto and Vizela. This is actually the match. And once as you locate the match, just make sure to click directly on the match like this. Just click directly on it, and you are going to be taken to this section. This is actually here that we are actually going to implement the best strategy. Please just look at this carefully and make sure that you implement this same method to come out with the best possible picks. So the first step, you are going to see that from the top of this area here, we have sub-menus such as preview, injuries, table, and head-to-head. So now, of course, we are now by default on preview. Once as you are on preview, please just make sure to scroll down here, and you are going to see something like a team form. Just look at the form here based on the red or green, how they do perform. And after that, just scroll down and try to look at the positions of both teams. You can see Porto and Vizela. When you see at the position of both teams, let me come back here. I think let me go back. This is it here. Once as you are here on the preview, you just want to make sure that you scroll and try to come right at the bottom of this area that says inside. Please take note of this area that says inside. It is very, very important. You can see for Porto, they said have scored 15 goals in their last 5 matches. This is actually to tell you that they have an average goal score rate of 3, because 15 divided by 5 is 3. And of course, this is to tell you that they are very, very offensive. And the fact that they are also playing home, it is going to take an upper hand. And of course, this is already telling you that the offensive rate of Porto is very offensive. And of course, because it is at home, it's going to take that home chance. But of course, if you see the other team, its opponent, they say they have scored 6 goals in their last 5 matches, which is a very smaller rate. And of course, their performance is very poor if you try to divide the number of goals by the matches that they have actually played. After that, you can now come to this section that says table and try to check how they do perform from the table. You can see PL, W, D, and L, which means PL means the match that they have played, W means the win, draw, D means the draw, and L means lose. This plus and minus actually means the goal that they have scored and the goal that they have conceived. It means that Porto has actually played 2 games. They have win 1, draw 1. They have scored 4 goals and they have conceived 2, as compared to Vizela that has played 2 games. They have not win any game at all and they have drew all of the 2, and they have actually scored 3 goals and 3 goals has also been conceived. You can as well make use of this section that you can see here. You have short, you have forms, and you can see if I click on the form here as an example, you are going to see the form. And the next very important area to go to is this area that says head to head. Just make sure to click on the head to head and try to look at this line, this blue line that you can see here. The win percentages is very important. For Porto, you are going to see that the win percentage is 100%, which means they are actually won 4 times as compared to the opponent of their head to head that have not won any match. Because if you look at here, the most recent, the head-to-head that they have actually played, you can see that Porto 4-2. You can see it here, Porto 1-0, and they have always been very offensive. The next area to go to is this section that says season so far. And of course, this is very important in the table position based on their seasons. And of course, they are telling you that for Porto is the 2nd position and for Vizela is the 13th position. They are also telling you how they have actually won, the number of games they have won based on their position. 9 won as compared to 4. In other words, you can see the goal per match, how they do score as the goal rate per single match. For Porto, it is 2.3, and for Vizela, it is 0.85, which is less than 1. And of course, this is to tell you that the offensive rate of Porto is very high. You can see the most recent as clean sheet here. Porto, the most recent game ended as 5-1. This is to tell you that they are very offensive. This area is very important when it comes to selecting the home or away team to win. And once this section has been selected, you are now convinced that Porto is actually the leading team, and you can actually take Porto and include it in your bet slip. And of course, after that has been done, make sure to come back inside of our 1 million prediction app and go down again and find the second match that you can actually analyze. Here in the next, as I've said, we are going to use 2 matches in this tutorial. The next match is actually going to be in the Netherlands Eredivisie. As you can see here, it's actually a match between Heracles playing versus Dordrecht. We are also going to find this match and try to see the head-to-head, the home and away performance of this team and how they do perform. And of course, if this actually convinces us based on the odd that is already less than 1.30, we already know that is actually a good pick to go for. And of course, if I come back inside of my app, I'm going to make sure that I locate this particular match in the Netherlands Eredivisie, Heracles and Dordrecht. So I will come back, Netherlands Eredivisie, I will look for that match. This is it here, Netherlands Eredivisie. You can see it here. It's a match between Heracles and Dordrecht. Once as you see the match, just make sure to click directly on it and you are going to be taken on the inside of the app. And of course, once as you are here, just make sure to scroll right at the bottom to see if you can see an insight, a section that says insight is the most relevant area in this particular app. And of course, you are going to see something like rank first in goals scored per match. You can see that's Heracles rank first in goals scored per match, have kept most clean sheets in the competition, that's 7. You can see they have a very positive review as compared to the opponent that says is ranking number 15. As you can see, it's ranking number 15 in goals scored per match and also rank 15 shoot on target. You can see they are very poor. That's already to tell you and to give you an upper hand, and you can see their top scorers, they are really, really great too. If you go more downward, you are even going to see the ratings. You can see ratings here, and of course, based on goals and assists, as you can see mentioned here. And once that has been done, you have to make sure to come now to the head-to-head and see how they do perform. And you can see also based on the ratings of draws as wins. And of course, they are actually telling you that the win percent of Heracles is actually 67% as compared to the win percent of its opponent, which is actually 0. This is actually to tell you that even Heracles even have a upper hand more than its opponent. So here in this case, since the odds is 1.25 for Heracles to win, there are two possibilities that you can actually go here. And you can see the biggest win for Heracles at the end of this table as 5:1. This will tell you they are also very offensive. And of course, you can as well go for a shifted chance for the home team as well as the home team to win, or you can go for 1 DNB. When you see something like that, you can come out with several possibilities. Since as it is 66% to 0% win based on the two teams, there are three possibilities that you can actually choose from this game. You can choose the home to win as one of the possibility. You can choose a shifted chance for the home team as a second possibility, and you can as well choose 1 DNB, which is draw no bet for the home team because it actually have an upper hand. And of course, this is how you can actually come out with the best possible picks when it comes to home or away team prediction matches to make the best possible outcome of picks to include in your sleep, so as to make sure that your chances of winning is up to 100%. So thank you very much for watching. Do not forget to like, comment and subscribe, and also enable the notification bell icon so as to be the very first to receive new post notifications and update whenever we create a new video. So thank you very much for watching, and see you again in our next episode. Bye-bye.